I suck and I'm wasting my life. Don't be so melodramatic. Maddie's here. I got the answers. It's all gonna be okay. Welcome to the Ask a Mel Fit Show. Hey, I'm Matt from Matt Lane Fitness. If you're new here, it's exactly what it looks like. You ask your fitness questions and I'll answer them. Personal trainer, registered nurse, behavioral change specialist, part-time douchebag with hair that looks like I've been in a windstorm, but I do know what I'm talking about. I'm forever a student of fitness. I don't know it all, but I've learned quite a few things in my little over a decade of experience so far. Let's get into the questions. First time seeing a dietitian. Not sure about the advice, so I'm trying yet again to lose weight. Have been successful in the past. Congrats on that. I wonder what you did that you were successful with that. I wonder why not going back to that. Thought I would take my doctor's offer of seeing a dietitian. Fantastic doctor you have. We don't utilize dietitians enough. I must say it was a little odd. First, there was a lot of buzzwords and strange questions like, was I delivered vaginally? That's interesting, to be honest with you. Was I breastfed? Okay. Finally, her recommendation was to start with I attempt eating 10 grams of fiber per meal. I must say that I am not sure about this advice, okay? I know a lot of people who lost weight without making sure they eat so much fiber. I am also a fan of calories in versus calories out. Smart person. But I find it hard to stay the course when I get really hungry or get tired of trying to figure out the calories of something like a piece of meat when there seems to be a lot of conflicting info. What? The calories of something, the piece of meat, when there seems to be a lot of conflicting info, okay? So the high fiber thing seems odd. Why so much? What about people who are diabetics? How about WLS people who are told to focus on protein? Okay. Plus the whole dietitian thing felt odd. How many dieting buzzwords and new findings can they come up with? I had to write a bunch of them down that I had not heard before on so many diets. Lots of talk on how sustained weight loss is balanced of all these different things like gut bacteria. I am looking for some thoughts on the usefulness of dietitians and thoughts on what she is saying about fiber. All right, so here's the deal. The reason this dietitian is mentioning fiber is because if you eat enough fiber, it is going to increase satiety. So you will not feel as hungry. You will feel fuller for longer. Also, what I would imagine this dietitian is doing is she is probably trying to get you to be more conscious of the food decisions you are making. Because yes, calories in versus calories out absolutely is how you drop fat. But there are foods that have more benefit to you. I do not believe that there is a such thing as a good food or a bad food, but there are foods that have more benefit, and the foods that have a higher fiber content are gonna make you fuller for longer. So that's why she's saying that. As far as the vaginal birth and all that, can't really explain that to you, but here's the deal. Registered dietitians are the only people in healthcare that can prescribe a meal plan. It is in their scope of practice. A personal trainer cannot legally write you a meal plan, regardless of who they are or whatever sub-certification they have. We can give you nutrition guidance and we can help with certain things, but I cannot say you eat X amount of calories, you eat 4 ounces of chicken. There are many, many reasons as to why legalities and safety concerns, and registered dietitians, they are the pinnacle of nutrition advice. So I would maybe get some different opinions if you don't feel that this person is sound, because just because they have the certification, just because they have the degree, doesn't mean that they are fantastic at it. It means they have met the absolute minimum of the state requirements to do so. Moving on to the next question. How do you overcome the fear of initially sucking at a new hobby or skill? All right. I've been meaning to learn how to draw for years now. Seriously, I feel so damn ashamed of myself, and I've finally decided to put my foot down and do something about it. Well, good for you, but feeling ashamed about it, the way I would view that is it just wasn't a priority enough to do so. But I'm not you. I know for a fact that I really want to learn, but every time I'm about to start something or read about it or whatever, I instantly get discouraged and afraid of being bad at it. Well, I can ease your anxiety here and tell you that if you have never really drawn before, you're going to be absolute shit at it. So don't worry. Just know you're going to suck at it to start. Okay? You're going to suck. You might have some natural talent, but overall, you're gonna suck. Go back to my first videos in this channel, they sucked. And the worst part is that I've read all the motivational, you'll get better at it if you keep it up, sure, stuff, and it just doesn't help. Understood. I genuinely don't know how to change my mindset and finally get started. It's so difficult to admit it, but I seriously just want someone to knock some sense into me. You know what? I don't think that really does anything. You know, if I were to stand here and be like, hey, you piece of shit, go ahead and do it. That doesn't really do anything. I think digging down as to why you're avoiding it means more. I don't think I'm a person who lacks determination or will. If I need to get something done, whether that be for uni or just daily life, I'll get it done. But I can't, for the life of me, overcome this fear of slow improvement. Ooh, okay. So you have a flawed view of patience, and then also what improvement is supposed to look like, how fast you're supposed to progress, and it sounds like a fear of failure. I would appreciate absolutely anything and everything you have to say, any type of method I could try using and change of mindset and anything else at all. I'm just so tired of dreaming about being good at something and not being able to really cling on to it. So here's the deal. You will make something happen if it is a priority. So maybe it's not that much of a priority to you. Maybe you just like the thought of it. I like the thought of me being able to play the guitar, but I've never sat down and truly given it the time and attention to learn it. I'd like to know it, but it's not a high priority for me. So maybe it's as simple as that. Or maybe it's not drawing. Maybe it's that you just want to be good at something. Maybe it's that you lack the confidence because you don't feel like you're good at anything, so you're clinging on to anything. So my suggestion to you would be to tell yourself that you're going to draw every single day for 1 week. That's the goal. And then you move the bar. All right, I met that 1 week. Now I'm going to do it for 2 weeks straight. Now 1 month. Now 3 months. And then set yourself a first goal, second goal, third goal. That third goal being maybe 3 months, and see if you've had any improvement. And look at it from there. Look at it as a measurement of, hey, I made some progress. When you start to see progress, this is so evident with fitness too. You start slow, you keep going, and you start to see some progress. Holy shit, the confidence that comes from that, it's incredible. I've felt it myself, and I've seen it in clients and other people that I know have gotten into it. It's huge. Last question, wasting my life. I'm 22, about to turn 23, as opposed to turning 26 after 22. Anyway, and the last 5 years of my life have been so lame. I've been severely depressed. All right, well, empathy for you. For as long as I could remember, but now my anxiety is taking control over me to the point where I have no connections or anything going for me. I feel like I smoke too much pot since it's always been my lover, but lately it just feels like every time I smoke, I'm digging myself deeper into a pit of nothingness and sadness. I feel like it's too late. All right, it's not too late. You're young as hell. I feel like I had the chance when I was 19 and ruined it, and have been doing nothing since. I wake up every day wanting to die and thinking about how I need to make money, but I don't know how, or how I need to meet people, but I suck at it. I really feel like it's too late and that I threw my life out in the trash. I wish I could go back to being 19 again. All right, that was 3 years ago. First of all, if you are legitimately feeling like you want to die, if you have any sort of risk, then please, by all means, seek professional help for that. Seek a counselor, therapist, because nothing can replace good mental health, okay? Now, on the other side of that, I would tell you this. You sound like you're in a rough place. And what I have found for myself, and I know this sounds corny, but what I have found for myself is that when I am in moments of complaining, and I don't know if that's where you're at, maybe that's where you're at, but when I have found myself in moments of complaining, it is a perfect time to look at gratitude. I know it sounds corny, but hear me out, okay? You are 22 years old. What if you knew you had to storm the beaches in Normandy and your percentage chance of living was unbelievably low? Because it's exactly what happened to many, many young men. They stormed the beaches of Normandy and their lives were ended before they stepped off the boat. They were shot in the head and they never had the ability to go back home and try other things. Why do I say this? Not to be a Debbie Downer. Jenna, don't look at me like I'm crazy. I say that as a perspective shift and to be grateful as hell that, holy shit, look at this. I have so much opportunity. Look at the opportunity I have in front of me. Now I get it. You had that possibility. You lost it. It's all good. You have to learn from that lesson, get your shit together, and make the best of what you have right now. Figure out what you truly, truly want, no matter how difficult you may think it'll be, and go after that shit. If you're looking for fitness plans based in behavior change and science, it's exactly what I do. So if you're feeling squirrely, drop a question down below. I'd love to answer it. To the Mental Fit Mafia, to the patrons, thank you so much for always being here. You mean the absolute world to me. I'll see you in the next one. You don't have to be perfect at this fitness thing. Just be better than yesterday. Every day.